complete commitment to dismantle the entire globalist neocon establishment that is perpetually dragging us into endless wars, pretending to fight for freedom and democracy abroad.
Okay, I'll just I can play those clips for 24 hours on a loop because there's a million of them. Yep. And so I just wanted to play them for you, former Trump supporter who got jailed for January 6th. So what is your reaction when you see videos like that in this environment today?
Well, let me just start it off with, I wasn't only jailed for January 6th. In my support of Trump since 2015, actually, when he came down the elevator, the punishment for my politics has been very wide-ranging, from solitary confinement in prison to multiple lawsuits, death threats, doxing, guns pointed at me. I mean, you just name it. So I get a little upset when I see these Johnny-come-lately political cucks saying, "Oh, we're never MAGA. You were fake MAGA." No, these people tried to destroy my lives in multiple ways for supporting Trump. So I just kind of want to put that out there for anybody that's not fully familiar with this background. Now, having said that, my issue here, beyond what Trump just said, my issue when I look at the Trump supporters, they're pretending like he didn't say that stuff, Jimmy.
Yes.
As you said, you could play those clips for hours. He said that all the way up to last year, basically. Trump's stance in the Middle East was that way all the way up to last year, essentially. And even with the limited action that we got in the Middle East from the first administration in Syria, and maybe even throw in Operation Midnight Hammer in there, even those operations were limited enough in scale and scope that he could back out and kind of go back to that stance that he stood on for 10 years. And really, before that, actually, you showed the clip from 2017. You can go all the way back to 2011. You can go all the way back to the early 2000s when he was criticizing the Bush administration. He's been saying this stuff. So my issue now with this, whatever is left of the MAGA cult, really, is what it is. They pretend like he didn't say that. They pretend like he didn't say that, and when they get called out on it, they pretend like, oh, you're somehow abandoning Trump, or you're somehow, not what you claim to be. No, he's the one that changed his stance, not me. I was very supportive of his anti-war stance, and I would go even further to say this. I believe that the last two presidents, Obama and Trump, I'm of the belief the Biden election was stolen, so we'll put that aside. But I am a belief that Obama and Trump both won the election because of their stance on Middle East foreign policy. The reason why Obama was able to beat Hillary Clinton and ultimately win is because he ran against Bush's policies in the Middle East. Guess what? So did Donald Trump. And that's why he beat that deep field of Republicans. Now, I said this the other day, and I think it's true, because one of those clips you played was from Patriot Takes, and this is obviously a left-wing group that started up to kind of counter Trump. And it used to be that the left-wing media, the liberal media, the mainstream media, it used to be they had to print lies about Trump to make him look bad. Now they just have to print the truth. Now they just have to print the truth and he looks bad. Like Heck said the other day, hey, you guys talking about dead soldiers makes Trump look bad. You don't say, Pete, well, they're not alive, so what do you want them to do? And, here's the one thing that I think pains me more than anything, and I think it pains my generation more than anything, and Trump said it in one of those clips. I can't even imagine what our country could be like, what our country could look like if instead of spending all the blood and treasure in the Middle East, trillions of dollars, instead we invested that in our country. Some estimates are $5 trillion. Some estimates are over $10 trillion. Whatever the number is, it's an outrageous amount of money. We could have rebuilt our entire country twice, to quote Donald Trump, with all of the blood and treasure that we spilled in the Middle East. And now here we are doing it again, $1 billion a day. That price tag is going to go up. It's heartbreaking. Aside from the policy disputes, let's say, aside from the foreign policy debates and what this is and what this isn't, I would just love to see, for once in my life, I'm a 36-year-old man, I would like to see for once in my life our politicians actually put our country first. I'd like to see all of our money dedicated to helping our country, fixing our country, rebuilding our country so that we can look like and feel like the greatest country in the world. I would like to see that, Jimmy, and I think that that's the most heartbreaking thing when it comes to another Middle East war or all the foreign aid, all the trillions of dollars that we've just given away. I would like to see that actually stay here to fix our country. I can't even imagine what that would be like.
Just imagine. I mean, you can build a new sports stadium for $1 billion or $2 billion. That's a lot of jobs. That's a lot of jobs for Americans, construction jobs, and all kinds of other jobs. Imagine if we just put a brand new sports stadium in the top 50 cities in America. That'd be 50 billion. That's the 50 billion they want to set. So that I'm just off the top of my head. And for the $6 trillion he's talking about, or it's probably way more than that we've spent on the Middle East over the last 25 years, we could have high speed rail. We could have everything with healthcare. We could have everything we wanted in the United States. We could have new schools. We could have new police departments. We could have new hospitals. We could have anything we want. We could have the most beautiful parks. We could have the most beautiful everything. And instead, we have nothing. And it goes into creating enemies in the Middle East. So I'm with you on that. So what do you um, what what do you think about the MAGA coalition? There's no one who was more MAGA than you. Would you consider yourself still being MAGA?
Well, I guess no. I mean, I'm still of the original Trump MAGA, which is get out of the Middle East, repatriate our funds. I mean, just look at what we were promised. Look at what we had been expecting from Trump 2.0 administration. We were looking forward to $1 trillion in Doge cuts per year, $1 trillion per year. And then, okay, what do? You arrest the fraudsters. So that's how you drain the swamp. We were expecting deep state arrest. This is what we were told. There's a shadow government. I think Trump kind of proved it in many instances. These are corrupt criminals that run our government. There have been more Iran strikes than there have been deep state arrests. There have been more dead American troops than there have been deep state arrests. So those are just like two things from the campaign. They didn't give us Doge. He didn't end the wars. They're not arresting any deep staters. Now he's telling us the Epstein files are a hoax. That's obviously BS. So I mean, I guess modern day MAGA. No, I'm not. Whatever MAGA is now, which is just I guess whatever Trump flip flops on day to day. No, I'm not part of that. I'm part of. And then there was even it's America first. I'm America only is where I'm at. I'm not even America first. I'm America only. They make up this word. The neocons have been doing this for years. They make up this word. Oh, you're an isolationist. Like somehow that's a bad thing. Well, how about I'm an independentist? How about that? Like the original concept of this country. I'm an independentist, and I'm in no way, shape, or form really on the left on policy with anything. I'm not. I don't really have any socialist viewpoints, but I will say I would rather spend $5 trillion on healthcare or food stamps or any of these kind of socialist welfare programs that I generally don't support. I would rather spend $5 trillion on that 100 times before I would spend it in the Middle East.
I couldn't agree with you more. At least the money's staying in our own country. So I'm just wondering. So Trump has lost. So here's what Matt Walsh has been saying about the people who are still quote unquote MAGA and supporting Donald Trump, even when he does the exact opposite of what he campaigned on, when he's suppressing the Epstein's, he's covering for the PDF files that run the country, and he's also creating new foreign wars. Matt Walsh says, I can't take these gaslighting guys. I really can't. Conservatives are now running around saying Iran has been waging war on us for 47 years. Okay, then why didn't any of you call for an attack on Iran at any point until now? Why didn't you make a case for Trump ending the war, not starting it, until precisely the moment when Trump did it? You and I both know that you are latching onto a talking point you never used until 45 seconds ago. You and I both know that almost every conservative influencer in the business who opposed to war with Iran until just now. And now you're trying to use justifications that stretch back decades. It doesn't make any sense. If you changed your mind, fine, say so. Explain why you're allowed to change your mind. I've changed my mind about things, but don't try to rewrite history. Be honest about it. There's too much at stake to play these games. So even a guy like Matt Walsh, who works for the Daily Wire, who was, there for now, it looks like he's trying to get fired. So you got Marjorie Taylor Greene, you got Tucker Carlson, you got Matt Walsh, you got Thomas Massey, you got Candace Owens, you got some of the biggest names on the right or in the MAGA universe completely going against and calling out Donald Trump. What is there anything left to MAGA, and what does this mean for the midterms, right?
I guess the only thing left of MAGA is what we call cuck conservatives and neocons. is I would say what's left, and it really has become a cult. It really has. It goes back to what I said. They used to have to print lies about Trump. Now they just print the truth. It has become a cult. And the names that you just mentioned, we might have different approaches to politics and different policies, but I think the one thing that remains is consistency. We remain consistent on the things that we think, the things that we say, and that's why we're so upset with the direction of where this Trump administration is going. And you get back to Matt Walsh kind of calling out the hypocrisy on this issue, and now the people that wear the red hat are now the NPCs that we used to make fun of on the left for all of those years. Here's maybe the most obvious example, and it's all across now the neoconservative media, and you might even point it out directionally, the Israeli loyalists, because that's outright what we have now in this country is Israeli loyalists. I mean, there's no denying it at this point. They all can't seem to get on message. Is it a war? Is it not a war? It's kind of the same thing. It's like, look, if you support what's going on, if you support the foreign policy and you support the war in Iran, then fine. That's what you support, okay? There's people that support it. I don't. But it's the same thing. Don't sit here and tell me it's not a war. Like, this is very clearly a war. Everybody knows it's a war. Trump calls it a war. But see, we all know why they're playing this game. They're playing this game because if they say it's a war, Trump is getting impeached because it's an illegal war. They didn't get the congressional approval to go to war, and this is where you get to the midterms. Now, when we started, I was one of the first to kind of break from, let's say, the MAGA coalition last year, and they started calling us panicans. You may remember the word panicans.
Yes.
So I was one of the first people that got lumped into this group of panicans, and I said, hey, look, you're taking a change on policy here. This is going to cost you the midterms. It's not going to be good.
Thinking about it, maybe mid-January for winter is not the best time to attempt an ice cream challenge. This is the place. This is where the locals eat. Oh, it's pretty busy. Come on then. Been a while since I did ice cream. Not normally the most popular type of video, but this one comes in a giant kitchen sink. Gotta be done. Thumbnail gold. Let's try and finish with big kitchen sink thing. Okay. Is that cool? Yeah. Yeah, let's go. What's that? Alright, took a while, but we're situated. Let's have a look at the menu. All looks pretty flippin' yummy. But we're not interested in the entrees today. That's beef. Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, it's beef. Yeah? Yeah. It's really beef. He was not lying. That is pretty big.
Alright, what do we have?
Can I get the kitchen sink, please?
For sure. Do you want free toppings?
I did not think about that in advance. Anything you would recommend?
A lot of people do the Reese's Oreo and either chocolate or caramel.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Let's go in.
Here we go.
Wow. Thank you very much. I'm speechless. speechless entirely. How are you supposed to eat this thing? So my Angie's today, which is in Logan, Utah, and I'm taking on the infamous kitchen sink. Plenty of people order this for like families, right? But if you finish the whole thing yourself in one sitting, you get a bumper sticker. Yeah? What does the bumper sticker say? Oh, I want to win it now.
3, 2, 1, go.
That was perfect. Thank you very much. Yes, she's laughing at you. I mean, maybe the bananas first? Yeah. This is going to be so messy. Oh man, even the bananas taste good. Perfectly ripe. Oh, thank you. In the nick of time. I don't want to apply too much pressure to the sink because I feel like I'm going to tip all the ice cream off the front. I don't think practicality was high on the list of priorities when it designed this thing.
Yeah, you got that right. You could say they lacked the force lactose ice cream.
Why do people blow on ice cream? And then, you wonder that. I do it all the time. Makes no sense. Oh, there it is. Bound to happen. Lucky for me, I was prepared. Oh. Pops gonna help.
Hey, upload on. What's going on here? In advance? Surely not. Anyway, let's say what's up in our running episode. Thanks yet again for stopping by.
Oh, man. I'm surprised by how much it's managed to maintain its height. I'm not a huge fan of ice cream, to tell you the truth, but this is delicious ice cream. This is so much bigger than it looks. I thought this was going to be a piece of cake. Oh,
In case you're wondering, I'm talking in the general direction of this fine fellow because he actually watches the videos and he seems to be enjoying the long version so far.
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, at this point, it feels like I very much don't got it, but we shall see. The thing about eating a lot of ice cream is, because it's cold, it doesn't really go anywhere, so it's actually pretty slow going. For me, anyway.
And it makes your stomach really cold. It feels really weird. The caramel sauce helps quite a lot because it's a little salty. It kind of cuts through the sweetness a little bit. Oh, it's repeating on me now. Oh, huh?
Hey, Spike.
Never. Oh, there's just so much left. Yeah, of course, man. Is that okay? Hey, well, you're alive, so I'm dying.
You're fixing it up.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, man. It's been so long since I did the ice cream challenge, and I'm remembering why I never do them now. We're getting there.
Yeah, that's a bit more like it. In case you're wondering, this particular spectator is originally from South Africa, or as they say out there, Zuid-Afrika, with the rode their arts a lot and say things like brew and lekker.
an ambitious car.
No, very good. Yeah, of course. I'm dying. Is that okay? It's really nice to meet you. No worries. Thank you. Oh. Come on. Making me cough now. Save one of the banana pieces for the end. I'm absolutely flabbergasted that my beard is not full of cream at this point. I'm getting good at this. The home straight. It looks like we're going to make it after all, barring a spectacular reversal of fortune, which at this point isn't all that unlikely. It's, after all, a lot of dairy, but at $25, I reckon it's pretty good value for money now. It is a pay-to-play, so you don't get it for free if you win, but I think only a few people actually have that bumper sticker, according to staff, so there is some glory in it. I've got to say a special thanks to my own personal cheerleader here. If he's watching at home, he was very supportive, so supportive in fact. He's braving the blast radius here to come and give me a hand, up close and personal. By which I mean, come on. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, I'm almost there. Alright, this bit is food, and that was Auntie's ginormous kitchen sink. Thank you very much. Oh, Tony here. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for watching, man. Couldn't have done it without you. Yeah. You know when it's worse to watch live? It's a little boring. Better when it's not. Oh, they got scones here. As a British man, I feel uniquely qualified to judge a scone, so maybe I'll get one of those. Are you good? Are you big? I'll try one. Yeah? This looks delicious. Thank you very much, man. What a weird breakfast. Who's having bacon, sausage, eggs, and then a scone topped with cheesecake batter, strawberries, and cream? My country. It's almost like pastry. I don't know what it is. It tastes good, but it's not a scone.
Oh, maybe I could be famous.
Yeah, maybe.
Scary. They're probably just gonna troll me about the way that I pronounce caramel.
Most of my subscribers are American anyway, so
Oh,
they'll be
nice.
saying I'm wrong.
Nice.
Thank you for the bumper sticker. I
You're
appreciate
so
it. It's I'm going to put it on the rental car now.
awesome. You'll lend it out.
What do you reckon? We go right in. I'm sure the rental car company will appreciate that. Not forget the bumper sticker. It was always sort of. No, I don't actually think it was. I'm so hard.
Today I'm once again in my hometown of Spokane, Washington, at a place called Taco Vado, helping to kick off their brand new breakfast burrito menu challenge. This is a very intimidating challenge, actually. It kind of, I don't know, on paper it sounds pretty easy, but I'm only going to have 45 minutes to finish one of each of their 1 pound breakfast burritos. I am going to actually use this as a cheat sheet here. I have one of each of their carnitas breakfast burrito, which has shredded pork, eggs, cheese, black beans, salsa, pico, and cilantro. I have their adobada, which is red chili pork, eggs, cheese, black beans, salsa verde, pico, and cilantro. A barbacoa, which is shredded beef, eggs, cheese, black beans, salsa, and more pico. Chili verde, which is hash chili beef, eggs, cheese, black beans, and pico. Do you get like the vibe here? We've got a lot of eggs and beans. I'm so sorry to everyone in this room with me. And we also have one of their most popular menu items, the Lulu, which is avocado, eggs, cheese, black beans, and salsa and pico. That one is probably going to be my favorite. I think that one sounds delicious. And then the San Pedro with a roasted poblano, eggs, cheese, queso, salsa, and black beans. I'm going to have 45 minutes to finish about 6 pounds of food in order to win my just about $90 meal for free any spot up on the wall of fame here. The rules may change a little bit over time. Like I said, I'm kicking this one off, but I'm nervous for this. This looks really tough to me. 6 pounds of food ain't no joke. So without further delay, let's pull our back and get this challenge started. I am nervous. It's hard being the guinea pig. It really is. Luckily, Randy just kind of joked around and brought this up. I do not need to drink the bowl of salsa or anything. That's just for funsies along the way. Also, I have no idea which burrito is which anymore. So, it's like Mexican roulette, I guess. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I have no idea. Hopefully, that's not an offensive term. I don't think so. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. Burrito eating time. Let's do it. Yes, I think this is the Lulu right off the bat. Mm. Yeah.
There you go.
Mercy. Thank you. Oh my God, are you a rookie? Right in front of the timer. Oh,
That is true. I'm sorry.
rookie. Thank you, dear. These are so good.
There is unfortunately no other word to describe these burritos. They were moist, nice and saucy, and they went down super easy without using any liquid at all.
He had the skillet of scrambled eggs in the back, so I saw it. It was so creamy looking. I knew these were gonna be good. It almost looked like mac and cheese, but it was scrambled eggs, and it tastes like it too. So good.
The eggs did somehow have an almost cheesy quality about them. They were so gooey and perfect.
If they want to adopt me, I'm open to it.
Honestly, I could have one of these breakfast burritos every single morning and not get sick of it. These were all absolutely phenomenal, but it's time to stop ranting and raving about how good they taste.
That was very good. Let's try this one. I think this is a beef one. This might be barbacoa.
Yes, I'm just showcasing my refined palate that is clearly on par with a fine dining sommelier.
I think barbacoa, I don't know, it tastes delicious.
To be entirely fair to my taste buds, it was sort of hard to tell the difference between each one unless they were spicy or not, since there was basically eggs, cheese, beans, and pico in all of them.
2 pounds down. Those were delightful. Again, it's another mystery one. Let's find out. This might be the cheat sheet. This, I think, is the chili verde. I think. Chili verde beef.
Thank goodness for the cheat sheet because I would have been entirely lost. These were a bit complex for me. I'm a simpleton.
Yeah, I think this is the one that's supposed to be a little bit spicy. This one has a bit of a kick to it.
And as you guys probably know, a bit of a kick to it, to me, is probably not spicy at all to your average person. So, yeah, I would take that with a grain of salt. This was absolutely phenomenal, and the spicy flavor added to the overall taste.
There is no shortage of beef in this. This is beefy.
Don't let the handheld size of these fool you. These were really, really heavy. They have definitely weighed every bit of a pound stuffing them was a genius idea. They held together really well.
And I call it a medium salsa. Little kick to it. Perfect for dipping a burrito in. Thank you guys.
Super.
We'll see. They go fast, but they are heavy. So we will see. All right. Ooh. I know this be pork something. I like it. Hmm. Which one is it? This might just be carnitas, or this is the adobada, maybe.
While I look so uncertain while guessing these, I actually had a pretty decent track record of guessing correctly.
I think this is adobada because it's red chili pork.
The red color of the pork was certainly the dead giveaway that this was the adobada, and this one was absolutely lovely. I loved the seasoning in this.
This one is spicy for me. Ain't gonna make me cry or nothing, but it's perfect. I would dip this in sour cream if I was just chilling.
Honestly, all of these would have tasted wonderful with the addition of sour cream, but I didn't want to add any more fat or calories to this already very calorific meal.
For a future editing me, like, insert earthquake effect. These are, whew, they are so delicious, so I am very jazzed to dig into the final two, which I'm pretty sure, well, obviously, one is still the poblano, and then I think there's one more of the, what is it? One more with pulled pork, I believe. So, let's do it. This one just screams the vibes.
Not that I've done too many of them, but I'd have to compare this challenge to that of doing an eating contest. I got full so quickly because these did go down really easy.
I think this might be the poblano one. I just haven't gotten to the poblano yet. It is. That flavor is next level. Queso cheese all up in there. Messy equals flavor.
The cheese stuffed into the poblano plus the queso, it was just cheesy ooey-gooeyness absolutely everywhere.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Bonus round. Talkie pre-eating Katina was a little hungry and said if I'm able to go through this relatively easy, let's add some of their famous tres leches into the mix. So not required obviously with the challenge, but I am going to try some of their tres leches. When I finish this up, this looks divine. Like I kind of, can I put this down and just, that's a bad idea. Let's finish. Glory. Okay.
And on that probably overconfident dessert ordering note, I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm going to say, so far, I think the Lulu and this poblano one are my favorites so far. This is so good. It's just like, it's like the biggest poblano you've ever seen. It's just like the whole inside of the burrito is poblano. These are filling. Don't be cocky. Don't be cocky. Amen. Final one. I'm ending on a very classic note here. I believe this final one is just the plain carnitas burrito. I say plain, I don't mean plain. None of these are plain by any means. They're quite flavorful, but I believe deductive reasoning this is carnitas. I could have been in the That's my mom. She used to hang really bad art on the fridge too. I'm kind of full. I'm just pretending I'm savoring it now. I'm slowing down because I'm savoring it. Yeah. This one actually has a lot of kick to it too. Am I wrong on the order of quirky operations that I run? It's not that spicy.
Less talking, more.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Does all this talk?
That he took a lot of thought about this, and not going to subject his daughter to the Dabbleverse, right? And again, like I said, if we didn't, mainly me, partly because I generally thought, all right, I've got to appeal to this part. Because again, I know what I'm like, yeah? Of course I'm going to make stupid fucking jokes of just writing dots in the chat because it would look like forever, yeah? Like, you know, how else would you be able to communicate? But the fact that he goes on to explain what the original idea was, I now feel guilty and I need to apologise to the Dabbleverse because we might have just missed out on probably the greatest show that was ever going to fucking happen. So I need to apologise. Hold my hands up and say, I'm sorry, Dabbleverse, I ruined a great show.
Can you clarify why brow would be helpful for someone you can't hear?
Because she's blind as well, right? That's the joke.
Just didn't want to let it slide in case anyone saw it. Hit like, thank you very much, guys.
No, it's
Appreciate you.
asshole.
Even if you don't normally hit like, just because Joey C doesn't like it when you hit like.
I think he streamed live.
Well, yeah.
At first, she wanted to, she was gonna do a show with Christina. Basically, nothing really Dabbleverse. She's very fluent in sign language. She's very good. So I told her to make extra money. I'm gonna make her.
Christina is very fluent in sign language.
Oh, really?
Have we ever heard this before?
No, we've not seen it even when he's done all his sign language streams. Right. She didn't walk past and go, "What the fuck are you doing?" Sign language.
So do you remember when Joey was saying that Cupcake was helping him learn sign language? According to Joey, Christina, the mob wife, knows sign language very fluently and clearly refuses to help her husband learn it.
I'm doing it for my daughter. Oshawa, which sucked. Auschwitz sucks.
Auschwitz.
We did the bar that we did, the 504 bar. They had a YK Osiris show scheduled for after our show, and they started letting people in during our show. And so I think what set them off, I don't think it was the racism. You had a Drake joke.
I had a bunch of Drake jokes
that
out of
were
nowhere.
Really funny.
Yeah, I was just basically calling him a big saying he was gonna suck Millie Bobby Brown's 11-year-old lips and shit like that.
And then the white kid was like, "You better have a 6 on you."
Yeah, so in Canada, with these little hoodlum crews, the white guys are sort of more dangerous because they have to prove that they're like anti-racist and ready to bang. And so there was this scrub ass white kid that stank like weed,
wet weed,
he was reaching for a gun, he was gripping up,
He was flashing. He was flashing in his hoodie pocket.
Did you see it?
He just kind of went like there was no reason for him to like mug me and do that for no reason.
Yeah.
Other than like say, and him and his big fat girlfriends were.
Yeah, and then we had a fan come up and say, "You guys better have a plan because they're plotting something on you." So
yeah.
I was up. I cut my routine short. Sorry to the Oshawa crowd, but I cut my shit short, and we just got out of there as fast as possible. I said it was a Chris Lynch medical emergency.
Yeah, I went up to you. I forgot what I said, but while you were performing, I went up to you on stage. And I whispered, I was like, "Black guy's gun." Somebody. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, "Black guy's gun." No joke.
So that was fun. And then we did the other thing that happened was outside of Toledo. Was that Toledo? The basketball thing?
Yeah.
We had a line of like fucking 250 people. We had a dookie line of people waiting to take pictures with us. And there was a restaurant behind us. And out of the restaurant comes this crew of like 10 black guys, one little British guy who was from Barstool Sports, he said.
He was like a Dave Portnoy knockoff.
He was a little
screaming, "Yo, get him on! He's getting drafted tomorrow. He's in the NBA Finals."
Yeah, they come out of the restaurant. They come out of the restaurant. They see the line of 250 people, and the little guy's like, "Hey, this is Draymond Vavon. He's a draft round 2 pick. Check him out." Nobody gave a fuck. The black guys, they walk, instead of walking around the area where we were taking pictures, they walked through it to be tough, which I'm sure was the little
Dave Portnoy
guy's idea. Let's just walk through them. They don't know we're big basketball players.
They don't know I'm a big black basketball player that is telling you some things like I know an agent somewhere.
Yeah, and then as they're walking through, Schultz said, "You guys are fucking sleeping." And they kept walking for like a second, and then the one black guy turns around and says, "Well,
I know you are talking about.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, we're talking to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, we were talking to you."
And he's like, thanks for being real polite.
You know, there was one.
It was nice.
No, I think the taller black guy realized that there's like probably 80 of those people had guns. We're in Ohio.
It's bad publicity to do that. The black son.
If you're a college basketball player, you don't want to still.
I think he knew. He was the only one with talent. Everybody else was a scrub Klingon.
Yeah, he said thank you for being peaceful, and then they walked away. But still, that was funny.
I like people saying that it's over. Are you guys like that? Have you guys ever run into any demoralization sorcery online and not know that it is? I'm used to these things, so the second I saw it, I immediately saw it for what it was, which was demoralization sorcery. I'm talking about the guy, the leather guy. And look, okay, no, I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm just trying to be funny. If I ever poke fun at other people, you know how I am. Kurt says the West has no balls now and will simply turn to South Africa. I'm pretty familiar with South Africa. Come die with us. First of all, I'll say that. Oh, it will? It's going to turn to South Africa? Come die with us then. Stay. Wait. No, you're not leaving. Whoa. If it's turning to South Africa, you're not leaving, for starters. Come die with us. Oh, it's going to be South Africa no matter what? Oh, you're going to leave? Whoa. There's an arm on the shoulder? You're not leaving. Come die with us. I'll say that for starters. Americans, Europeans. Oh, this is, I saw it immediately. I don't like it. Americans and Europeans will not resist the mass. Okay, now we're at this point where everything is out in the open. Avoid staring everyone in the face. Your ethnic cleansing genocide is thrown in your face to mock you and to neuter your soul. We've all known these things for many years. I've known these things since I was a child. I was schooled in the Bolshevik Revolution. That was my primary education. You know what that means? It means I know how the world works and where it's headed. That's all. Ever since I was a child. Ever since I saw Dr. Zhivago, I knew that I would live through it. Ever since I was a child, I knew. So, of course, in the later stages of this conspiracy, you're going to be mocked with it. You're going to be mocked with your own tombstone in the bell grave of the civilization that you built, if you can call it a civilization. It's also debatable too. Well, of course, it's not right now, but perhaps it used to be many years ago. Just see a lot of demoralization from one of the preeminent, I guess, right-wing scholars of our time, Curtis Yarvin. And look, I'm not trying to be nasty. I might say he looks silly and all this and that. I'm just being a silly man. Of course, I'm just trying to be real with everyone here. I can sit here and act cool, but of course I consider, like, making fun of the way a guy looks is kind of gay, you know what I mean? And I am gay, but I'm saying if you're going to say something that warrants a comment, then if it's physical, it's fair game, just for kicks. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'll just say it. I look the best in leather jackets. No one else. That's all. Yeah, I saw that.
This very day about a major surprise that he has coming for the Iranians, which he said will completely destabilize the country. Now, I mean, it's thinly veiled. I mean, there's not exactly a burqa on the meaning of that. It means either ground invasion or a resort to nuclear weapons. Let's start with the second hypothesis first. What would it mean if Israel launched a nuclear weapon at Iran?
Right. So the strategy is to use a tactical nuclear weapon against Iran's underground missile cities, missile bases. Right now, American airstrikes, Israeli airstrikes, now penetrate underground and
Cleveland as we kick off an exciting NBA doubleheader in this great sports city. Just 5 weeks left in the regular season, and there's some real hope here in Cleveland and in Boston. Cavs and Celtics, two of the NBA's best teams, and both teams with an in-season arrival of a major star. Jason Tatum, the emotional return Friday night, his first game back since tearing his Achilles last May. And the Cavs, James Harden, acquired at the trade deadline. He's 8-1 in the games he's played here in Cleveland. As we welcome you to an NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC. Today's starting lineup brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. For the Celtics, it's just great to see Jason Tatum back in the starting lineup once again for the second straight game after tearing his Achilles way back in May. Meanwhile, for the Cleveland Cavs, Donovan Mitchell returns after a 4-game absence, but Jarrett Allen will sit this one out. He's got some knee issues, nothing major, but he will not play this afternoon. Absolutely, the fans all happy, but once this game starts, they want Tatum to go 0 for 19 from the field today.
Yeah, they are a basketball group. I was just telling Legs, that symphony intro, it makes it feel like you're about to go to war. Something classic, something intense. And I think you feel that in the building today.
Beautiful pass from Barrett. He can wave the rebound.
And one of the things that Joe Mazzulla talked about in our meeting was the double crashes, the crashes from the baseline, from the corners for offensive rebound. Very important to what the Celtics are doing, those crashes.
Donovan Mitchell picks up his first foul. Celtics, one of the best road teams in the league, 21-11 on the road. Hauser lets it fly. Hauser knocks it down.
You have to get your defensive coverage when Hauser's a pick and roll on point because there's ability to slip out.
Wade gathers. Layup is good. Last year's defensive player of the year. Looking to post up Hauser down the other end. Mobley backs up very aggressive here to start. Oh, jump hook is good.
The slip out, that step closer, gets a piece of that. Hauser's a guy at 85% of his field goal attempts are threes. You got to get to him.
So a little subtleties was Tatum's gets that one to fall. Against Tatum's been one of the truly fun stories in the NBA. The starting center now for the Boston Celtics. His 59th start. Nice feed inside, blocked by Mobley. Tatum gets it back, falls down. Guys haven't played since Tuesday. So rare at this point in the season to have that many days without a day off. So they got a little extra bounce to start. Hauser nails his three-pointer. Harden up top, Mobley. Nice fake. Gets Tatum up in the air. And left-handed for Mobley. What a start. 9 points, couple of block shots, and a 5-point Cavalier lead. Tatum searching for some room. Knocks down another three. One of the things you talk about is scoring. Tatum has been their best rebounder the last several years. And assist man broke down defensively. White throws it down. Kenny Atkinson not happy, calls a timeout. Those two have a special relationship. Merrill's jump shot won't go. And Tatum, again, his rebounding is underrated. He's a great rebounding forward. Finds some room, gets inside, adjusts, then lays it up and in. And the Celtics up by 2. Tyson through the floater. That's good. Jalen Tyson.
And it doesn't have to be scoring. It's got to be defense. It's got to be rebounding. You see here, having to defend Tatum.
And gets inside and backs it home. He's been much more aggressive to start looking for a shot here in game 2. He is. It's one of the great coaching jobs we've seen in a while.
He's going to be up for Coach of the Year. You have J.B. Bickerstaff in Detroit is going to be another elite candidate.
It's one of the things that separates him at the point guard position.
Shireman also in for the Celtics. Pritchard showing his ball handling. Shot clock winding down. Shireman flips up the left. Oh, what a shot from Shireman. Who's now back out of the starting lineup with Jason Tatum back in the lineup. Harden drills a three-pointer.
He's one of the deep. MVP. He's been top 3 in MVP voting for multiple years. He just understands the game and the leap up.
Jaylen Brown rises up. Jump shot's good. And a foul. Schroeder hit him. And a chance for a three-point play.
And it's a declared minutes restriction
With the Celtics and Joe Mazzulla, he said, nope, we're going to play him. How much do you want to play him on a given night? Well, none for Mitchell as he floats down up and in. And Mitchell now with 4 early points. Brown back up to Pritchard. Pritchard lets it fly. Next knocks down the 3. That's the first turnover by either team here in the opening period. Garza. 3-pointers good. Luka Garza. Getting some more minutes again now. Mitchell now with 6 points. He's got 8 points for Mitchell. Pritchard. Good ball movement. Brown, 3-pointer. Gets the bounce. On every side of the rim.
The Celtics. Jason Tatum getting off to a hot start. What do you make of his efforts thus far?
It's good to see. I mean, he makes our offense, that much better. It takes us to a different level, and we're excited to have him back.
Speaking of your offense, different levels, 6 threes in that first quarter. What about your shot quality in that first quarter?
All it's to do is spacing, getting our spots early, and making the right reads on offense.
Sam, good luck.
They've had some unnecessary 3-point shots, and they haven't looked great. Even from their 3-point shooting, they've got to get cleaner looks. And Derek White just gets a unobstructed layup. Just having a hard time getting it to the rim when they found it early.
Yeah, Lex Boston, number 1 in the NBA in fewest turnovers per game, just over 12. Mitchell, nice feet inside. Mobley with the flush.
And that's what they need.
Got a little quiet. Something's up 11. Simon, quick catch and release. Nails that 3-pointer. That's 3-pointer number 7 for Boston. Guys need some kind of offensive spark. Tyson lines it up. Another missed 3. Another rebound from White. Throws it ahead. Simon running the floor. Goes up. And an easy 2 for Simon. And the lead is up to 60.
And the old net San Antonio's finals where it was 86 to 85. Those are
Mitchell something about
we don't miss those.
Mitchell floats it up. Gets it around. And there's the sarcastic cheer.
You're going to compliment the Celtics for everything that they are doing. But you start to see weird things in game starts like this.
Inside Mobley, back-to-back buckets. Ellis harassing Kata. Nice fit. Stripped. Ellis got a hand on it. Pritchard gets into the paint, floats it up, and good. I thought that was going to be a lot of pass to Kata. And the Clippers, Darius Garland, who was one of the foundation pieces here, now in LA. Donovan Mitchell floats it up and in. 2 minutes left here, first half. Strong first half for these Celtics.
Yeah.
I think Donovan Mitchell's coming. We're going to see him take a couple of shots. In these moments, I want to see your superstars be aggressive.
Mobley aggressive lineup is good. And a foul. That's the way he started the game. Mitchell looks up at the shot clock. Drives on Tatum. Goes in. Couple of fakes. Leans underneath. Back up top. Wade just gets it off in time and knocks down the 3. The celebration here in Cleveland.
It was later in the clock, but they worked for the best shot possible.
They missed 16 threes in a row. Brown trying to create some space here at the little jumper. Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, what is it? Just strawberry jerk water, whatever. First go with. Oh. I don't know what the water. Todd went to get one. I'll leave that in there. Did you get string beans? There's hardly any corn in. Yeah. Cucumber. Dad will have a glass too, probably, John. John, you want a glass of water? Yeah, I'll have one.
Oh, I'll watch your game if you want. What?
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. I don't know, you don't use this salt and pepper got it on the table. It's all brand new, I cleaned it all out and let it dry good and
Rose is well done.
yeah, it was a. Aaron, you were there when I was taking it out, eh? And I showed you what the marker is and that how it goes up for the marker.
Yeah.
And I went on medium. 165 for medium. So I won't go that high the next time.
Medium rare.
It hasn't got medium well on. Oh, it's good though.
Mm-hmm.
That's those cucumbers up there.
Aaron, you want a glass of pop?
No. That's the salt up too, right? I hate this one. Is that too fast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does kind of fast almost.
I like string. These are the packaged string beans.
Yeah, and I left the cook longer this time. And I added a little bit of butter when I was cooking and salt and pepper.
A little better, but I don't want not good.
Yeah, canned stuff is expensive now, like to get.
Everything's expensive. Guys jumped away up.
Did it go up 20 cents?
Yeah.
Think that it would.
Dollars for my car, $1.61. Premium.
And how much for regular?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't check. $1.40 something.
20 cents.
50 something. 50 something. Regular gas is 40 something.
Oh, you went way up.
Everything got power really.
They said airline tickets are going to be way up now too.
The what?
Airline tickets.
Hmm.
Oh, you left the phone down there, did you?
Yeah.
Well, there's no practice Sunday, Monday. You said Tuesday anyway, you figure it. Probably is hard. Putting that splint in is probably like a little operation in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, you put your vein go up and probably your leg, groin, push it up and leave it in place. You're probably got to, you're limited to what you can do for a while.
Yeah.
Even at the stage, because you can't, you got to let that
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you probably take this.
man in, like,
Probably take this week off.
like it.
And you gotta go through what he's going to, what's important right now.
You got to check it, don't move, make sure.
Yeah. You gotta go back again. What do you mean?
I don't know, they probably get to make sure, like.
But he's probably going over the schedule, like trying to figure out what he can give up.
You got to mend, like.
You having more, Aaron?
No, go in there. Watch it.
You know what? I forgot to put salt in the gravy.
Huh?
I forgot to put salt in the gravy.
I can't hear you what you're saying.
I said I forgot to put salt in the gravy.
Yeah. Don't throw that gravy out, I'll turn it off.
Uh-huh. And when I'm eating it, I was like, oh my God, I know I didn't put salt in it. It's going to be in that little pot. Oh, he's not here.
Water come today.
What?
You check, see how the water's going.
Oh. Aaron didn't take any corn. Shoot.
Rises where I can put him to the test, I will act on it. I grew up going to Chiefs games my whole life, so I want to cause him some pain. That's not scaring me one single bit. They should be worried about what I went through. Gronk is set to shake up the Phelps, but when he catch the others out, he'll get played. Buckle up. This matchup has all the makings of a big game classic. Welcome to Las Vegas, home of many huge sporting events, and tonight, the Poker Stars' big game on tour. Rob Gronkowski is warming up to make his televised poker debut here at Resorts World, but is there a loose cannon brave enough to take him on?
This year, I was looking for something a little bit different, someone that was kind of cocky and maybe was a little overconfident.
That's right. No, it's this. Yeah. That was like, yeah, that was me. Oh, that's gonna be the easiest 50 grand of my life.
We were looking for a player with an attitude, a feisty, a sassy player. If you want to make a living, you're better off playing cash games versus tournaments, and everyone knows that. In terms of volatility or variance.
Enough to think one of these big ones. My name's Luke Wakeman. I'm from Florida and grew up sailing boats. Like my career would be a boat captain. I have my Coast Guard license and I sail schooners. And that's like passion. And I knew it would be my dream to come and play in Vegas one day. And me and my buddies played every Saturday for 3 years and had no idea how good we got. And then I started to chase a dream. I'm just that confident in myself. I have a great ability to read people. I love to get it all in. I just love the game.
The next loose cannon is Luke. Congratulations.
So, our third round draft pick, Luke Wakeland, is ready to take to the field. But across the line are some heavy hitters.
Antonio.
Nice to meet you, brother. I'm the loose cannon. Yes, sir.
Gamble.
Yes, sir.
Never one to pass up a juicy game. Antonio Esfandiari makes his triumphant return to the big stage.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Even though I've been out of the game for a long time, I'm always trying to maximize and do the best I can to earn.
Gronk may be new to televised cash games, but his competitive nature makes him a real threat.
I just made 2 pros gold. I was a professional athlete, so I'm finally trying to get in the professional ranks again, and I'm going to do it here at this big poker game, and I'm going to take down the pros.
Billy Helmuth may have something to say about that. It just depends what version of the brat shows up.
Here's the question. Am I trying to win money, or am I trying to put on a show? I always try to win money. It turns out that I somehow always put on a show, too.
Here we go.
Next up, a player currently crushing the tournament scene in Europe.
I've attended 3 EPTs, and I've made a final table at all 3. And so, if you don't know how I got a seat at the big table, that's on you.
I like a party.
Stoked to join the party is Nick Wright. He may not make his living playing poker, but he does more than talk a good game.
I'm a sports talk show host, and I'm also an aspiring semi-professional poker player.
Hey, you're a very good poker player.
Well, I appreciate that. So, at my best, I can sit at a table with the best players in the world and fit in.
The stage is set for an epic showdown. Who's going to run up the score? And who's about to get sacked? So Luke is staked $50,000. He keeps any profit he makes. Most of the other players have opted to buy in for the same amount, the exception being Antonio Esfandiari. He starts with 100 grand.
I'll tell you what, even with all Luke's bravado, he's going to have a hard time standing out in this lineup.
Well, it's time for the cannon to take his seat.
Hello, folks. Hello, guys. Hello.
Loose cannon Luke in the house.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for having me. 50K, right?
He knows he can't leave with that, right? Somebody watch him.
Here we go here, brother. What's the grade here? What's the denominator? 5K.
Wines are $100, $200 with a $200 big blind ante, with pot limit pre-flop, no limit post.
So I go like that? Oh, this is like being this is what I see on TV all the time. Right? This is my first experience. Your first experience. My first welcome.
He's popping his cherry, ladies and gentlemen. The Gronk.
I just popped it.
She's saying you make sure you
Yeah,
guard your
cover
cards.
your cards, because you don't want me to see them. You definitely don't want him to see them, so.
Did you see him?
No. If I did, I would tell you.
All right, thank you.
You're also first. Did you like him, or what did you think of the cards?
This is going to slap.
And number 1, Gronk calls.
Alright, limping is pimping.
Limpin' is pimpin'. I haven't heard that one before.
I learned that one recently, and it's like one of my favorite.
Antonio is simping.
Oh. You want to come for us?
Nick raising to $700 with ace jack.
Understandably wants to play a bigger pot.
Little fold.
Action back on Gronk.
Wait, I raised. So you can either fold.
Oh, you raised.
You can call for 5, or you can raise me.
Oh.
I got a real thing. Phil thinks I play too many hands. I just keep it hands. First hand.
Yeah, but you didn't win really anything with that. They're making us
Let
fold.
me be very clear, Nick. You're a very good poker player.
Well, I appreciate that.
You really are. You play a ton of hours. I think you're really good.
No, I play a lot. But I'm just gonna get this out of the way to begin with. Playing with Antonio is like a true, as a poker nerd, maybe my all-time favorite player.
More than Phil? In front of
Well,
Phil?
no, for Phil, don't sugarcoat it. Just stick with the one you tell him about something. Phil, because I'm legit friends with Phil and I love him. But Phil and I stylistically are not similar at all. But the way
So you're not in it.
The way you play is the way I aspire to play.
Go on.
And you're one of the guys that I'd never been able to meet in all my, poker travels, so to speak. And so this is really dope. I'm super
Well, I
excited.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
What am I, Chuck?
No, I played with you so much, man. Played with you. Got slow rolled by.
No, you're my favorite poker player.
He's the only one you know.
Check.
200 more.
If you like.
Oh, it's 200, 400.
Yeah.
Well, because he straddled.
That's why you straddled. Yeah, screw it.
All right, go.
Friendly game.
Take it easy on my sports guys.
Antonio straddle called by Nick and Gronk.
A straddle is a blind raise that gets you last action before the flop.
And the flop is a 6-3, so Antonio has a pair.
Check.
That's $400. Nick calls with Jack 10.
That's a pretty sick float.
Yeah. Fold.
You chasing? Chasing a pair?
No.
He doesn't even know.
Well, Nick has paired his 10. It is now almost a 9-1 favorite.
They say don't meet your heroes, but maybe Nick's hero shouldn't meet him.
Antonio bets again, $1,200. Nick calls. The river. The 8 of diamonds.
In a weird spot, because I just told Antonio how much I admire him, and now he's put me in the torture chamber.
I check.
Mercy.
Yeah, I think I win. I check.
You probably will.
You're going to be a little surprised when I turn over.
You win.
And right after Phil got done saying you're a good player.
Nick up $3,300.
I didn't know you played that much cash. Like, I sound ignorant. Like, I did not know. I thought you were mostly exclusively a tournament player.
No, we've had a regular game in like 30, 35 days. And then we go on trips together, right? Like we'll go to Cabo and they'll be like, hey, imagine our 50th. Who's going to be there? Oh, Justin Bieber's going to sing. Cardi B is going to sing. It's just kind of crazy.
Well, we managed to play a whole 2 hands before Phil started dropping names.
I actually had the over on 2 name drops, so I'm boned.
Follow to Gronk.
Is there a shadow or no shadow? 200.
He calls with A7. Antonio's raising.
$300.
Yeah.
You know how many times I had to get my head knocked in to make $300?
Gronk knows the value of a dollar. That's cool.
Luke's calling with A8.
Oh, too many times.
I love that. Grant has such a normal perspective on what $800 means.
I love it.
I'm gonna call it.
$800, $800.
Screw it.
That means we're going 3-way to the flop.
Gronk having the worst of it.
Not anymore. Top pair for Gronk. Second pair for Antonio. Luke checks. Gronk is betting.
Go for it, my dude.
$1,500.
The Gronkster. He's playing.
Firing right into the four fish, huh? All right.
He's live. Antonio is cold.
I hope that nickname sticks. Antonio is, by our group, he's not called Profish.
Crowfish?
Profish. But no one's ever introduced that. I don't think he's ever introduced that name before. In other words, Profish. That's his name.
Fish.
Oh, perfect.
It's a blend of both.
15?
Yeah. Luke calls as well.
Pretty loose call by Luke. I don't like it.
Well, Luke has picked up the nut flush draw.
Well, I would love to be wrong about this.
So you checked and then you called. All right. That is a loose cannon over there. Check.
Action on Antonio.
Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy.
Oh, good. He has a smaller flush draw.
Oh, man. Oh.
But a bigger something else. I'd say this is more professional than fish.
Oh, Antonio.
This is a bit cliche, but welcome to the big game, baby!
All into call for both players.
Thinking about it.
Luke's wife, Caitlin, watching the action from the green room.
His entire stack is in play, right? Meow. Would have been better if her name was Catherine.
You can't call it off on a draw.
I'm okay, bye.
I know, it's all feeling you missed everything. I still don't think money on my beach yet.
Huh?
It's 50K, man.
This would be the craziest call I've ever seen a cannon make, and not the best one either.
He's folded. One down. One to go.
You're playing exactly as was predicted. Exactly.
I'll fold.
Oh gosh, you guys, come on.
Show one card so he can sleep.
Here it comes. Gronk realizing he was probably ahead.
What'd you have? 2 clubs. Just 2 clubs? No pair?
Oh, easy.
How could you call?
Yeah. Well, I could call.
Thanks for showing that card, though.
No problem. I'm here for the people. And that was his worst card.
Antonio in profit. And quite the introduction to high stakes hold'em for our loose cannon. But at least he gets to play with some legends.
I couldn't dream this up. I'm playing Gronkowski, and the opportunity to bust Phil Hellmuth on national television is priceless.
So how would you like the chance to join us at one of our live events? You can start your poker journey today. Find out how by heading over to PokerStars. Here in Las Vegas, the 2 wild cards at the table have just come face to face with big game veteran Antonio Esfandiari.
One card. Oh.
The whole purpose of playing No Limit Hold'em is to put pressure on people and put them to the test, and that's what I did.
Oh, man.
Antonio is a maniac out there. Oh, Antonio. Put me all in the first hand I played for over 50 G's. Like, the most intimidating thing ever.
Not gonna lie, it was pretty fun watching Magician saw Luke's confidence in half.
Which brings us to hand number 7 of the PokerStars Big Game on Tour.
I'd rather play with Antonio and have him kind of make fun of me and tease me in a very clever way than be lionized by somebody. I want to laugh at myself.
What's lionize mean?
Like, treated like a god. Saint, like anointed.
It's the worst to be treated
Worst.
like that. It is really the worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
I want people.
You don't know what that's
I want people. Yeah, it's the worst. I get sick of it.
Yeah. What's bad for your ego?
Exactly. I'd rather have you sitting. You've been doing that to me since I freaking met you 2 hours ago.
He's lionizing
God,
you?
you're so smart. Like you've been lionizing.
You're so good at poker?
I also said you suck at poker.
The Gronk, man. What the heck?
Well said.
Action is on Gronk.
Yeah, I'm called.
Immediate raise from Antonio.
Oh, that's what I wanted him to do.
6-7?
Whoa!
Luke in with King 10 on the button. And with the blinds folding, it's these three again.
Luke's call is cool in late position with no one likely to 3-bet behind.
Alright, don't bluff. Don't bluff, Goldfish.
Here comes the flop. Advantage Luke.
To be fair, Gronk, the compliments I've given you are more normal compliments, right? You're a smart guy, you're a good person, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about any of the like.
But you've only met him.
Are you defending your lionizing?
Yes.
Yes, I'm defending my lionizing. Yes.
It was just kind of basic compliments.
Yes.
It wasn't anything.
I was telling him a story about how I'm in the club with Michael Jordan. Here, I'm bragging already. And I tell MJ, I say, you're the greatest. And he puts a hand up. He doesn't want any praise, Antonio.
Or maybe you're just annoying him. Sounds plausible.
Check.
Check. No C-bet from Antonio.
Check.
Looks a little scared, but it's understandable. Jack on the turn.
Yeah, Phil, you have probably like name dropped like 40, I think.
40?
Yeah, 40 so far.
Who I dropped? Lon Musk,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods.
So he loves to name drop.
Oh, there's been a bunch more.
There's one guy he hasn't name dropped.
Oh,
Who
yeah,
hasn't?
his
Yeah,
boss.
who he hasn't? Yeah,
I'm
okay.
thinking you could say, oh, the Gronk,
Yeah.
man, the Gronk, Gronk.
I know, but I feel honored.
Oh, you're going to be on his list.
So,
Don't
hey,
worry.
Phil, you can name drop me whenever you want. I feel honored, man. I really do. Because you're saying it in a good way. Like, so I'm up. Check. Oh, I didn't even see you flop that way.
Luke still has the best hand.
Oh, Luke coming in.
About
$1,600 gets 2 faults.
The loose cannon gets his first win.
Luke picks up his first pot, and he is in profit. He is up $1,200.
Cash out.
I wanted to chase the Vegas dream, so I convinced the wife that we should move to Vegas to see how I do at poker. And we packed all our stuff in the minivan. We drove from Arizona, and now I'm here. But before that, I was a chef and a boat captain. Me and my wife got to run a kitchen in a ski lodge for 2.5 years, and we loved that. And as a boat captain, sailing the Chrissy in Bahama, Maine, which is a 112-year-old sloop made out of wood. We were working at a big ranch in Arizona, and we did like it, but it was 6 days a week, and it was just a bit too isolated for us. This is just showing that amongst the poker greats in the history of time. So whatever happens, I feel like I've already won. I'm just playing the game I love. It's going in, baby. We're going in. I want to flip against Phil, regardless of what happens. I'm excited, man.
If Luke doesn't like to be isolated, then I don't think this is the game for him. That was a poker joke.
I appreciated it. So Luke is up, Antonio is up, Nick Wright, the biggest winner so far, up $5 grand. The action will start with the loose cannon. He has King 9 of diamonds.
Part of me wants to say, let's go, and the other part of me knows someone is going to repop him and isolate him.
He is limped under the gun. On to Rania. She calls with Queen 8 of spades. Gronk folds. Antonio calls with 9-7.
I'm going to raise $1,100 more. 1,300.
Phil 3-betting from the big blind with Ace-King.
Isolation Nation.
Quick call from Luke.
Phil is the one guy you do not want to be calling this much with King 9, suited or otherwise.
Rani is in as well. Antonio is out. 3-way to the flop. Well, that is top pair for Rania. A flush draw and a gut shot for Luke. Phil checks.
Luke's going to try to build a pot with his draws. Risky.
Of course, we can see the straight draw is no good. $1,600 is the bet.
The problem is this board is going to hit so many ranges. It is not going to get many folds.
Rania calls. So Phil has the better gut shot and 2 overcards. He calls as well. We are 3-way to the turn. The 3 of hearts pairs the board. Rania now near enough a 60% favorite.
Everybody's got a plan till they miss their diamond on the turn. I think Mike Tyson said that.
The action check to Rania. She will bet. 9,100 in the middle. She makes it $3,800. Fills out. Luke is in. He needs a king, jack, or diamond on the river. It's the 7 of hearts.
Yeah, everybody's got a plan until the river brick hits them in the face.
We got a little pot brewing. Ooh. Luke's gonna bluff the river.
That is not enough.
6,500.
Kings or aces? Ace queen's gonna be painful, but I'm gonna call.
Painful for Luke, that is.
King high.
Rania's queen is good.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Hey, loose cannon, baby. Bring in the heat, but struck out.
Should we say hi to my fan club, everyone? Come on, I'm the only one here with fans.
Wait.
That's Papa G right there. That's my dad. That's my oldest brother right there. Dad, Phil's played poker with Michael Jordan before.
Hi, I'm Rania.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm coming, but I want to see this. I want to try on the glasses.
Oh, you need to
I'm Rania.
You
You did a
I did a hard two. Hard two.
Can I read them?
Am I invited now? Go on, keep her over there. I'm just going to peek at her cards and I'm going to bet for her, alright?
Guy's played in like 27 Super Bowls and his family is here. Awesome.
Am I allowed to show them my hand?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to put it on your back.
Well, look, go ahead.
Alright.
I'm out of the hand. Yeah, have him behind. Yeah, that's a bluff. I don't know what it is.
How excited he is.
Doc, you gonna put in 200?
Yeah, I know there's one player I know you never play with. Or else you would have told me by now. Or maybe you're just keeping it on the low.
So I know who you're talking about, and I do have a story about him.
All right.
Of course you do.
He's talking Brady.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, Gronk limped, Antonio raised, Gronk calls. And Gronk's still ahead on this 8-6-4 flop.
So the hand is his dad and brother know what it is. He's like kind of psychologically bound.
What's he got? Make you win again.
I think you started. Ever been a part of a hand where, like, the guy you're going with showed their parents?
3-on-1.
I don't know about the parents, but showing other people, yes.
My family members?
I'm totally at peace
I'm
with it.
just seeing if you're cool with it.
Totally at peace.
All right, so it's up to me. I'm gonna go 2,000.
Whoa.
That's near enough full pot.
What if Gronk's dad just told him? Just in case. Put a 10 out there. Honest. Oh, interesting. The plot thickens.
Oh, nice shades.
Nice. Team Gronkowski.
Love it too.
Gronk bets again.
It's kind of like a football game, like before when I could take off. Like my heart's racing right now. I shouldn't race it.
Clean on the river. Gronk's still good.
Will he get to showdown?
Did you get it?
I already had it.
No, you couldn't have. Did you get the flush? Did you get the flush?
No.
Alright. 4 now.
Antonio calls.
I'm so excited to see his hands.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you didn't flip.
Sevens. You win.
Sevens are good.
Wow.
That is 6. Nice hand. Good betting. Good betting. Good betting. Alright, these are some big guys. Be careful with the set. No, when he maximum value at the end.
With the encouragement of his rail, Gronk wins his first pot. And he is up almost $3,000.
Oh, it's great to have some support.
Papa G right there. That's my dad.
Papa G. G, the creator, and then I have my oldest brother, Gordy Jr. as well. You know, they were cheering for me to show them some of my hands. Just make it interesting for the TV, and that's what it's all about.
The clock is on the board at the PokerStars Big Game on Tour.
It's kind of like a football game, like my heart's racing right now.
After scoring on Antonio Esfandiari, the former NFL star is in the black.
Max value.
And the game's unfolding exactly as he planned.
I want everyone to underestimate me. You know, that's my skill set. This is my first experience. I just popped it. I come through and I just, boom, there I am. I shine. Loud and proud, baby. So I feel like I have the possibility of winning this all. And there's some guy coming up to me on my left. See my vision, my side vision? Right there, look, I don't even have to look at him. I saw him come. I gave him that stiff arm still. I still got it. You got to know that. Stiff arm, all his chips.
Isn't it kind of weird how Phil Hellmuth is the exact size of a Patriots tight end?
And if Tom, when I didn't even
Hold on.
tease
They're
it.
on me after that hand, guys.
They're on me.
Yeah, all right, what's the story with Tom again?
Clear hand.
Oh, yeah.
Gronk has ace queen. I tell you what, Joe, let's look at this hand from his perspective. Let's sweat with a Super Bowl champion.
Who's it on? You. Oh, I'm in.
Fine, but as long as we're not up against...
Please.
Oh, boy. Okay, but to be fair, after this, Antonio should have to guard Gronk on a button-hook passing play.
I'm almost convinced you know what you're talking about. So Gronk limps. He's calling Antonio's raise, and we're going heads up to the flop.
All right, Gronk, I'm going to get my revenge right here.
All right. Jack 9-6.
Okay, at this point, I like Antonio's side.
This is my hand, by the way.
What is? Jack 9-6?
6'9", and I'm a jack of all trades.
Oh, now I'm nervous. And your pocket's here. I don't know. I'm bluffing you for your pockets.
And my dad said the same thing, so he's on the same page as me. Oh, my bad? I'll check.
He's playing it perfect.
Check for the bank.
Oh, 2?
Just 2.
All right, fine. You're right. Just 2. Just 2.
What are you chasing?
2 yellows.
Just 2.
Boom, top hat.
That's what I was chasing.
Dude, that's not good for him.
4.
This is great. What a fun bird.
Rob's got some solid reverse tells on this hand.
Put a tab there. 4 hearts.
Close.
Oh.
Rob can bet for value.
4. It's 4K on the turn. It's 4K on the river. However,
Dude, that was tough. Oh, man. You're just buying your way out there. You're just buying your way to victory. I want to stay at this table.
We want you to stay at this table.
Then
We
take
don't
it
want you
back.
to go anywhere.
It's all my fault. Let's take it back.
But think about how much you win if you call.
No.
But whatever you do, don't leave us early, because not only will I be sad, but they'll be upset at me.
That's 50K
if
right
you
there.
leave me early.
Not sure I could make this call, even with Gronk's money. 10-8, King 10, Queen Jack, Jack 9, Queen 9, all beating us.
If you call, I'm going to show you the nuts. You know what the nuts is? Like the best. If you fool, I'm going to show you a bluff.
You got.
You ever heard that one before?
No, I haven't. That's a good line. I don't want to disappoint Phil and leave the table early, so
Good decision. With your pops right there.
I'll just.
He was going to show you the nuts.
I mean, I got something, but it's not. It's not.
Always showing a 9.
All right, showing a 9.
He might be bluffing.
he was bluffing.
It's pretty amazing at reading hands he's not in.
Gronk folded the best hand.
Maybe 3 9s? Possible.
Great to have Antonio back on the big game. Crushing souls, dragging parts.
When poker first came on television and became very popular, I was just very lucky and fortunate to kind of be at the right place at the right time. Running good, life is good. Is that only good? Is there any more? And I rode the wave as much as I could. Bet. And That's Antonio, in case you didn't know. Once I hit my 30s or 40s,
Those are the good old days.
I knew that at some point this segment of my life was going to end, and I wasn't able to carry that on.
Oh, I think I'm gonna quit.
And so to come back, even though I've been out of the game for a long time, I feel like it's riding a bike. You just show up, and I don't want to say it. I don't want to sound arrogant.
Antonio acting like he's been out of poker for the last 10 years might be his biggest bluff of the day.
Also, I'm not convinced those glasses have lenses.
Alright, I want to ask a question.
Sure.
I would like something that you're good at that's not like obvious, right? Like you're good at football, you're good at commentating. You're Luke, I don't know exactly what you're good at besides being a loose cannon applicant, but so you have a little bit.
I have a timeless rap.
Okay.
Number one rap classic.
You have a number one rap classic.
Called MILFs Need Love Too.
Males need love too?
MILFs.
MILFs.
MILFs need love too.
Okay.
This is a rap song that you made?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta hear
Me and
this.
my boy Tito made it.
Okay, let's
Don't you want to hear this?
Yeah, I want to hear
We
this.
made it last winter while we were washing dishes in the kitchen. We came up with it. And it's decent.
Alright, let's hear it.
Oh yeah, he's on there. I'll play it for you guys. Auto straddle.
Yeah.
Louis already been announced and discussed.
Antonio is straddling, and Luke's calling with pocket eights. Pocket queens for Nick.
Oh, maybe Luke will go broke here and we won't have to hear the rap.
Raises to $1,500.
Nick's getting frisky over here.
Anyway, Gronk, so when I
just want it in the hand so we can hear the song.
So I'm in this room, it's crazy. We're in Miami, yachts, all this crazy stuff. And I went to praise him, and I mentioned something about. Go ahead, play your hands.
Your timing's impeccable. As soon as Gronk wants to play a hand, you start telling a freaking story. The same story for the last 7 hands. 15?
So calls from Gronk and Antonio and Luke.
A lot of respect. Well, don't you know a lot of respect my raise gets? One full.
Four way to the flop. And Queen's still way ahead.
Sorry, mate?
Yep.
Okay. Can Nick bet it?
Fuck. No, he checks behind. Jack on the turn. Nick's still a huge favourite. Luke has picked up a straight draw.
That J is for juicy. Nick's got a straight draw as well.
Ooh. Luke bets $2,000. Nick is raising to $4.5 grand.
Small ball poker.
So raising to find out where you're at was a thing, then it wasn't, but now it is again.
Gronk and Antonio have folded. Luke calls. We're going to see a river card. It's a 6. Oh, that would have been a boat for Gronk.
Whoops.
Luke checks. Nick.
Thinking about it.
15,300 in the middle. He checks it back.
No good.
Queens win the pot.
Ooh.
Boy. I go with my card.
Yeah. No, it would have been great for you. Would have been a full house.
Yeah, but so I was looking for the
Should
straight.
be looking for the queen. Yeah. Where are you from?
Florida. I was born in England, but raised in Florida.
Where in England?
Near Reading.
Okay.
Nice hammer.
In before Helmuth can say he's great at reading people.
Well, Loose Cannon now finds himself at the bottom of the table. He's stuck more than $18,000. Rania and Nick showing the biggest profit right now, but still lots of poker to be played.
You were trying to get everyone to talk about a skill they have that people wouldn't assume?
Well, just something like, okay, we kind of know like your cat, like, you know, poker
Yeah, you know
player,
your main-
magician slash poker player, tight end, slot player, commentator, and
Yeah.
loose cannon. But
You
like,
said
what is
slot player.
this? What I do for a living?
Really?
Yeah, that's how they picked me up here.
Oh, I thought you. I didn't know that. But you also just had crushed on the EPT a couple times recently, right?
Yeah, but that's not that doesn't translate to cash. Without the slot skills I had.
Huh? What time is Phil coming? Oh, he's here.
I played one hand. First of all, I saw Ronnie lose $100 a slot once, and it looked like she was going to puke. Secondly, this is the Phil Hellmuth we know and love.
So Antonio has raised with ace-8. Rania is in. Gronk is in. And Gronk is still ahead.
Once again, we have got all the straights covered.
Rania and Gronk both check. Antonio is going to continue with a straight draw for 2K. Rania folds. Gronk calls. Turn card is an 8. That's top pair for Antonio, but it is a straight for Gronk.
He looks stressed.
Give my man a free card. He deserves it. You know, I don't want to mess with the Gronk.
Another card, Jack of Diamonds.
Rob really does not like the bottom end.
I check.
Oh, come on. I wanted you to bet.
No, that's not good for me.
All right.
I have an 8.
I got the straight.
Nice hand.
There's a lot out there.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
There's
there's
a lot
of ways for that to lose.
Yeah, a lot out there.
Nice hand.
And the crowd goes wild.
I've won 3 hands since you guys were standing there, so.
How many did you win before that?
0. Yeah.
Okay, wait, guys, we've not stayed focused. We want to hear the
yes.
MILF song.
You want to hear?
The MILF song.
Oh no.
I can't sing that one. I got another one I could rap for you.
This is a risky situation.
So it goes, my name is Luke, I'm living the dream. Slim in the jeans. Unless you think, born in 96. Yeah, I know you. You worry about it.
Oh, producers are going to love this one. It's mayhem.
Which was the one he couldn't sing?
Here at the PokerStars Big Game on Tour, loose cannon Luke Wakelin just did something rather unexpected.
My name is Luke, I'm living the dream. I had a good time. Getting to make Gronk actually chuckle made my day.
Wow. This rap didn't exactly hit the right note with the rest of the table, but it certainly left a lasting impression.
Hopefully that makes the show. I think it's not too bad.
A small percentage of it made the show, but please, let's never do that again.
You still have to answer my what is something
Barbecue.
you're good at? You're a great barbecuer.
Great barbecue.
Persian, but like
No,
kebab
like,
or all barbecue?
Give me a steak and give me a grill, and let me show you what I can do.
Okay.
Not to be a jerk, but grilling is one step above microwaving.
Gronk? What's your skill
He's a
outside
jack
of...
of all trades.
I'm in. Oh, I'm in.
His skill is trailing off when he gets pocket fives.
Every time Gronk calls, Antonio raises.
Not a coincidence.
Like outside of football, I'm really good at math. Actually, my brothers and I have 4 brothers, 3 older, 1 younger, and our English skills and reading skills were never really up to par. But like when we were in math class, we can just ring out numbers like it's nothing. So we're number guys.
Gronkowski's smashing
Yeah.
on math.
But yeah, right, Dad? We're math guys. What'd you say?
Math all the way.
We're math guys, so I always did good in math class. But
I love
our
that.
English class, we struggled. Yeah, definitely math. I like math, and I like cleaning too. I like cleaning my house.
Oh my God, he's like Goodwill Hunting.
The flop. Ace for Trey. Top pair for Antonio.
Wait, is it like you have to house, or you just feel great cleaning it?
I feel great cleaning it.
Okay.
I'm not like the best.
Like, are we
No,
talking
I'm not a
I
professional.
love cleanups.
Wait,
Just
I love
more organizing, not cleaning.
you're not mopping.
No, not mopping.
Okay, you're
not
like
really.
putting
If I
away
have
stuff.
to, like if my dog threw crap on the floor, I would mop it. But like that's the only way.
Okay.
But no, I'm an organizer.
The last time Gronk was on my show, his dog was the star of the interview because his dog jumped up on his lap during the spot.
Yeah, that was cool.
So the dog's hidden skill is television interviews.
Gronk leading here for 2K. Quick call from Antonio. Gronk does have the wheel draw. Jack on the turn.
Who's all in?
No one's all in yet.
No, just you and I. You and I, Kevin, man.
It's always you and me.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, Phil's coming later. He says he's coming, but he'll be
Yeah,
here.
where is he? I've always wanted to meet him. Another two. I knew he was going for those ones. I knew it. Let me look again.
Antonio's raised to 7K.
Big discount.
That is
Usually
that
it's 50. I'm
that
giving
is-
you like 90% off.
You are.
Where are you getting 90% off?
2015 Seahawks Super Bowl championship T-shirts.
I'll fold.
Big one. Or two. Whatever you want. Flip one.
I'll just flip one.
Sure.
Oh man.
It's okay. All right. So how many?
NDAs.
What's your what thing are you good at otherwise?
I can juggle as well.
You can juggle.
I learned it during
You
COVID.
can juggle?
Yeah. You know.
Really? I did a little juggling.
I had to learn something for a show. They were like, "What's one thing you learned in COVID?" I knew that question was going to come. I think I was going on some type of show, so I learned how to juggle real quick. Like, took me about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
It seems very hard at
Yeah,
first.
but it's not. You just get it. As soon as you get it, you get it. It took me like 5 hours to learn how to juggle.
It took you 5 hours to learn how to juggle.
Not 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun though, and once you get going, it's fun.
Yeah.
You enjoy it actually.
Okay, so you can juggle. You like to clean.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Helmius, we're waiting to hear what yours are too.
Name drop.
No, come on.
Well, when Gronk plays hands.
Okay. We'll play hands. Okay.
Full.
Raise. Oh, here we go.
Antonio raising with 9-8. Phil with threes.
Here we go, Antonio. You and I.
Luke Jack 6 of clubs calling as well.
Lukesy Goosey.
Nick with 8-5. He's in from the small.
It's a meaningful hand to me.
Ronnie in as well. 5-way to the flop. Phil has the best hand. Luke with the most equity. And a pair of jacks on the flop for our loose cannon.
But will he get to showdown with it?
Check to Antonio.
I'm a good company advisor. That's your answer.
Oh,
You're a good company advisor?
I think you're a connector of people, Phil.
Right.
I think you're around enough. You're around so many different groups of people, and you can.
I think that's fair. Everybody checks. And Phil turns a set.
Connects people and connects 3 threes.
Nick and Rania have checked. Antonio checks. Phil bets 1,000.
Tough spot for Luke.
Whose fan club's this over here? Is yours, Luke? Is this your fan club?
No, sir. I mean, no, they were fellow contestants.
Oh. All right.
Loose cannon finalists.
Luke drawing dead, by the way.
Yeah, he has called, and with Antonio calling as well, we go 3-way to the river, which pairs the board, and that means Phil has improved to a boat.
Antonio missed it all.
A super small bet of $800.
Now a jack might be good here against pretty much anyone but Phil.
Oh, cool.
That little try and entice the pro fish to do a little big pop on the river.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing. Wow, what a turn card.
The old 800 trying to get me. I called it. Well, he might have made a flush. If I bet 800, he's going to make it 8K, and then I can just make it 20K. So, yeah. But Antonio can just check raise with nothing.
Antonio gets away with a lot. I mean, he's wearing the back half of a children's Viewmaster on his face.
You didn't tell us yours. You asked the question, you didn't tell us yours.
Oh. My skill, I've won a food eating contest. I can pack down the food.
What food was it?
It was rice pudding. It was not pretty at the end, though. I will say that.
I mean, it starts off looking like puke.
How long did you not eat for after that?
I just felt sick for like I mean, you eat like the next day, but like I bought. I mean,
Yeah.
it was not good. Like your body's not supposed to have that much dairy and sugar. Like
No.
it was just.
Seems like a tough one.
It was a bad idea. It was a bad. We have a group of friends that does crazy stuff, and so everyone got to pick their poison. It was bad.
Riz. We've had the straddle from Nick and a raise from Antonio. Luke in from the big blind with sixes.
Not a great hand, but Nick is closing the action and did have money already in there.
Yeah, he calls as well. We will see a flop. Queen, queen four. Luke sixes is still ahead.
Once again, could be tough to show him down.
Action has been checked to the pre-flop aggressor, and Antonio continues for $1,000.
This could get folds if he wasn't running into two pairs.
Luke calls. So Nick has paired his four, and he's going to raise. He makes it 2,200.
Nick.
It's fun having you here, Brock. You fit right in, my man.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. We'll be expecting some invites to.
Bro, come play in our game. You know who you'd enjoy?
What's the name
You
of
know
the
who
game
you'd
that you're
enjoy?
playing?
Like I'm going to say he's the best poker player in the NBA. Is Draymond Green. He plays in our game regularly. Amazing guy. Amazing guy.
What's the name drop count up to? Did we get there?
Antonio has folded.
This will be a pretty spicy call.
Yeah. Luke does call. We go to the turn.